Seems after visiting Dr. Grant, the shop owner preferred to... Those bloodstains would definitely attract wild beasts. I don't think he's going to tell me much about those monsters. Kid's childhood dream. I wanted a toy like that too once. Every kid's childhood dream. I wanted a toy like that too once. The slime still looks fresh. I suspect Dr. Grant would be interested in it. Weeks have passed since this food was cooked.
No matter how bad I feel, I have to go to work. Why can't you understand that?
Time to figure this out.
No matter how bad I feel, I have to go to work.
Miss! John! You... what is happening to me?
The beast crawled from the sunken basement at night and infected the family. After a short incubation period, they turned into monsters too. I checked the house of the diseased man, Bells. His family has turned into those creatures too.
Huh. Fascinating. Did you discover the source of the contamination?
A creature emerged from their sunken basement and transformed them. I think its vomit is contagious.
If so, we must quarantine it. Those Lethian revenants are a huge threat. This city could not survive an epidemic like that.
What did you call them?
Lethian revenants. Oh, you may thank the university professor for the beast's unwieldy names.
I called into the shop of your patient. Unfortunately, he committed suicide.
Oh, I wish I could say I was surprised. Sorry for wasting your time.
It wasn't entirely a waste. I found some evidence that sheds light on the origin of those creatures.
For what it's worth, Professor Westerbrook calls them Stygian harvesters. But what is it you found?
Your patient's diary. His dreams became too real, too confronting. He tried to stay awake using stimulants. Those Stygians appeared near him when he slept, as if they were leaking from his nightmares.
A psychic phenomenon or manifestation. How unnerving. I'm afraid he's not the only one.
I found your studies rather interesting, Dr. Grant. Got more places to search?
What dedication. Thank you. Your findings have been a rich resource for the scientific cause. I've got 2 more places for you. More dangerous, one with huge monstrosities, but I'll prepare a comparable reward.
Just what am I getting myself into?
One of Oakmont's largest stores was closed after the flood hit. A looter tried to break in, but his thievery was, shall we say, interrupted. He was set upon by a huge wild beast and hardly made it out. The question is, with the building locked up tight, how did that creature...
What about the place with more manageable creatures?
Well, there's a restaurant here with a bad reputation, not for its food, but for women disappearing. The police found nothing. I treated the partner of one missing girl. He arrived here severely injured and told me about the...
He was at the restaurant too, I suppose.
Indeed. And what's curious is the place is still open. Please investigate.
Bye. don't think the health inspector will be pleased.
My esteemed patrons, presenting my latest delicacy. Don't be greedy. Don't hurry to eat, please. You'll always be my most well-regarded clients.
Those bags stink worse than a barrel of rotten fish. Or fisk, whatever. This putrid slime is everywhere. I'll take a sample for Dr. Grant to examine.
Quick, bring them in before the neighbors see us. Are those the last ones? I did everything you asked, yeah? So when will my initiation begin?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Quick, bring them in before the neighbors see us. Are those the last ones? I did everything you asked, yeah? So when will my initiation begin?
Members of a cult were disposing of bodies in the basement of the shop. The corpses merged together to form a huge monstrosity. I visited that old shop you mentioned and found a few things you may be...
What did you discover? I was sure a huge
The cult of the Fecund Mother was dumping corpses of their victims in the shop's basement.
Professor Westerbrook's research does suggest the Acheronians are attracted to dead.
No, this one formed from the corpses themselves. There was a putrid slime on everything.
You said you took a sample of it. Well, I can conduct some experiments on rats. If your theory holds true, what a marvelous discovery.
I paid a visit to that awful restaurant. I'd call it a den of evil, but that would be...
Good grief. What happened?
The cook was mad.
That restaurant was a destination for Oakmont's elite, many of whom disappeared shortly after.
Are you suggesting that it was cannibalism that caused such a horrific...
These days, alas, cannibalism is not so rare. Could it be that all the Cositians, as Westerbrook calls them, were once men?
We've discovered a lot of disturbing information about the wild beast.
Well, I've already contacted the university. We'll cooperate to further study these phenomena.
The public deserve to know. It would help them to protect themselves and...
It would cause mass hysteria. Doesn't the city have enough problems already? I must insist you keep...
I thought you wanted help.
And I will. But we must prepare our advice carefully, with scientific rigor. We cannot rush this, my friend.
Bye.